Yo, what's going on, guys? Chrissy Flakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. Be sure to like this video, guys, because next episode we are going to be looking at a very highly requested scenario, and that is how good would the Miami Heat be if prime Dwayne Wade, injury-free Dwayne Wade, played in the league today. So be sure to like this video, guys, for that video. This episode, guys, we are looking at one of my favorite duos of all time, and that is the Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony duo over there on the New York Knicks. And I don't know why Ryan 2K does not have the developers put the damn headband on Allen Iverson, okay? He just looks ugly without it. No homo. Where's the headband, though? And, okay, you got the armband. That's all good. But, yo, man, like, this team was very fun to watch. I think they actually had J.R. Smith on that team also. Kenyon Martin, I believe, was on that squad. Nene. So it was a very fun team. I don't remember. Did they make it past the first round of the playoffs? They might have made it to the first or second round of the playoffs, but I know they didn't make maybe even the Western Conference Finals. I really don't remember all that good. I was a little bit young at the time, you know, when that squad was around, but still very fun to watch. You know, looking at the team today, I think Kenneth Faried will definitely be a good fit with those two guys. Manuel Mudiay, very promising rookie, and you know, I've heard comparisons to Russell Westbrook. I've not really watched him too much in the league this year. His shooting stats are horrible, so he definitely needs to work on that. You know, he's from Congo, and driving dunk, 85 driving dunks, that's very good for him. But, you know, this is not really about Manuel Mudiay. You know, this is about Allen Iverson, the answer, one of my favorite players, and the best player all time, pound for pound. How much is he? 6 foot, 165 pounds? Damn, he was skinny as hell, man. You know, definitely did some great things over there in Philadelphia. Won some scoring titles. Made it to the NBA Finals. Ended up, you know, they did end up losing it though. Really wish he would have won a championship. And then, of course, Carmelo Anthony. We all know he's on the New York Knicks these days, and you know, making a lot of money over there, but not really getting a lot of W's out there either. So, you know, he's getting the money signs, but not getting the wins. So, you know, we kind of when he signed that big contract, I think a lot of people expected him to you know, take that money and not really go elsewhere with it, because he could have went to the Chicago Bulls, really could have went anywhere, you know, could have went to a contender, but he wanted to be the guy on the New York Knicks. They do have a good, you know, young prospect in Kristaps Porzingis, but, you know, if he stays there at the age of 31, not the greatest knees, not really going to do much there on the New York Knicks, but that's besides the point, guys. Let's go ahead, simulate this season, see how this team does out there, and I don't know, I mean, you know, Iverson and Melo's not prime Carmelo Anthony, because, well, I don't know. Would you say he's playing his best basketball right now of his whole entire career? I really don't know. I don't watch a lot of Knick games. I do know he was putting up, you know, some double doubles for a bit there and doing some good things. But, you know, prime Carmelo Anthony was probably, I don't know. It's hard to say because I feel like he's always a good scorer. Let's actually check out his stats real quick because now I'm curious. Carmelo Anthony, looking at past seasons. Where's it at? Okay, so career stats. You know, to say he's not playing in his prime right now, I guess back here in 2012, 2013, he was putting up about 28, 29 points per game, so that's really good. You know, back here on Denver in his last season, well, I mean, I guess he got traded midway through this season right here, but back on Denver, 28.2 points per game. So he's not really, damn, about almost 30 points a game right here. So he hasn't really declined at all. I'm not going to say he's in his prime because of age. So he's not really the same athletic player. Not that his game's ever been based off athleticism. You know, he always dunked basketball and stuff, but he's never really been like a really aggressive, just awed you with his athleticism like a guy like LeBron James or Russell Westbrook would do. So I don't know. I mean, if he can stay healthy, I know his knees kind of bother him a lot. He's a player that could definitely stick around for a while, in my opinion. But, you know, with a lot of money out there, I don't really know if he really plans on playing until he's 40 years old. Because he definitely could cash out now and just be fine for the rest of his life. So let's go ahead here, simulate this game. Or not the game, simulate the season. Simulate through date. I mean, I guess this is a good time to ask you guys. I'm not going to say that Melo and Iverson is my favorite duo of all time. They were really fun to watch. But what's your favorite basketball duo of all time? Like, if you had to pick two players that you remember watching, maybe you're maybe right now you're a big Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant fan. Maybe that's your favorite one. Maybe Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Maybe Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. I think personally for me, you know, being a Pistons fan, of course, I love that Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton backcourt. I love that team so freaking much, man. And it wasn't even so much a duo because that team, you know, it was a lot to do with Rasheed Wallace and Big Ben Wallace too. I mean, you know, Wallace Thompson too. That was also another favorite duo of mine. But really, I'm just picking two players off my favorite team and calling it a duo. So maybe it's Kobe and Shaq for you. I don't really know. Maybe it was LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. which we actually did a scenario about that. So if you guys have not checked that scenario, I did do LeBron James back on the Miami Heat. Definitely worth checking out. But looking at the simulation here, I haven't really been paying too much attention. We're 5th in the conference. You know, Iverson, great player, great scorer. Same thing with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, in a way, is just kind of like a taller Allen Iverson. You know, shoots a lot, scores a lot of points. But kind of, I guess Iverson was able to do it without somebody, though. I mean, he made it to the championship with damn Mutombo as his next best player. That was Mutombo, like, later on in his career, too. It wasn't like Mutombo back when he was a beast. I mean, it was kind of an older version of him, Eric Snow McKee, and he still made it to the damn NBA Finals. So, I don't really know. It's kind of, I guess comparing those two guys, their game styles are very similar, you know, in a sense. I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe. I don't really know, guys. But look at the record, still 5th in the conference, so we're looking like, you know, that middle-of-the-road team there. At the end of the day, though, the rest of the guys on this team, Farita's our next best player. Very good player, of course. But besides that, you know, Will Barton, good shooter. He's actually in the dunk contests. And we already talked about Moutier a bit. So, I don't really know. It's, I guess I'm not surprised that they're 5th in the conference. I'm going to see how the other teams do out there, but I guess that sounds about right. Maybe 3rd. I could probably stretch towards 3rd. I'm kind of curious to see how Iverson did, though. Like, that's what I'm most excited to see about. He didn't make no NBA first teams or nothing, which is asinine. Where the hell is Iverson or Melo at? We made the playoffs, right? All right, so we got Clippers first round of the playoffs. Let's go ahead and check out the player stats here real quick. Oh, okay. I was about to say nobody got scored. Nobody scored a single point. We still managed to make it 5th. That's pretty good. But I was looking at the playoff stats. Okay, my bad. Player stats. Iverson did lead the team here with about 23 points per game. Not all that realistic. I guess he did that back in 97, 98. What year was he on the cover of 2K? Was that back in 2000? I think. 2000 or 2001. Iverson about 31, 32 points per game. Dude, absolutely beast, man. The thing, though, is that he did shoot 52%, so he was more efficient at least. And historically, has not been a great shooter. About 42% field goal shooter. Not a great three-point shooter either. I really, we don't have his stats after 2000, of course, so that might have improved a little bit. But he's always been a high-volume, low-percentage shooter out there. But, so I would say, based off these numbers, about 23 points per game, shooting 52% and 40% from 3, that's actually a really good season. And looking at Melo, about 20 points per game, so his scoring's way down. And really, it's just a matter of the other guys out here was just scoring a lot too, so there probably weren't the shots. Melo probably was not taking the shots that he could have taken, which is totally uncharacteristic of Carmelo in real life anyway. But we all looked at his stats a little bit already earlier in this episode, and his stats are way down, career low in shooting, so didn't really do great out there. But still, 47% shooting, about 39 from 3. It just comes down to he probably did not shoot all that many shots out there. So, take it with a grain of salt. This scenarios, this 2K. I'm not saying it's a reflection of what would exactly happen in real life. I would expect Iverson and Melo to definitely lead this team in scoring by a lot more. But let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs here. First round against the Clippers. Hopefully we can at least make it past the first round with Iverson and Melo. Simulate current round. Alright, so we got eliminated first round of the playoffs. And like I said, I don't remember how far that team made it. So if you guys let me know in the comment section below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Hope you guys like this little duo thing here. I think it's kind of an interesting aspect to put two players, that play together and see how they would do in the NBA today. Maybe we'll do it with a Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, some other stuff out there. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm about to lose my voice. I just record so many of these damn episodes for you guys. Of course, you will be getting those in the upcoming days. But thank you all so much for watching. And peace out, my friends.